non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolci.
As you all have a who moment, you can see for miles and miles. Our next place we are going to is in Hampshire, and I've got it right this time, I've checked. The clue, Centre Smack Memorial. A few planes messing around. I think we're going to go right. Nice drop down through some wooded areas down to Andover. The town centre is up there. We are about 6 3/4 miles away from our next RBR location for the day. Oh, that's better, get that on a lot easier. It's getting a struggle. The place we're heading for is Middle Wallop. That's the little village, I presume it is. If you need to find out the clue, just rewind because I can't remember what it is. So far 159.6 miles, and it is currently 27 degrees in the shade. Just had a bit of Yorkie and Vimto to keep us going for a while. I thought some of the road surfaces by me were bad, but down this way there's some of the potholes have roads. Straight on, I think. We just keep going straight on till we hit the main road. We're going to pass another museum first. Oh great. Oh well, all of the routes it says. Feels like I'm just going round in circles, but I don't know. Maybe left at that last island. I think we'll go for that. I think it was Iron Age Museum, I think. But I ain't seen any signs of that for a while. We've got to pass that. And there, museum straight on. I'm going to go for right here, yes. We'll have a look if we need to. There's the Iron Age Museum, A3057. That could be it. It's certainly not 303 you're after. What we got here? A303? 3057. London, Winchester, Basingstoke. I don't think we'll risk going on that yet. We'll just stop here. Don't go either way then. Well, it says A303 towards Exeter. Oh yeah, A303 Upper Junction by the looks of it. Then A343. Nice breeze now. First time we've approached 70 miles an hour since the M5 at about 8 o'clock this morning. There we are. Middle Wallop. Actually, I think the clue for this one worked quite well. Well, I would say that, wouldn't I? Now, where we're going, I did want to go on my flea jungle. Said before, technically not a flea, but everybody calls them a flea, flying flea, because it's part of an idea, if it ever happens, to know how to say tell the story, because it's been told many times, of course. That story is about Arnhem, the Battle of Arnhem, and the Operation Market Garden, I should say, really, not Battle of Arnhem. But I wanted to, shall we say, ride the story, and then eventually go to Arnhem on the Fleet, which would be interesting with 5 brake horsepower. And it might happen, one day it might happen. Doing videos is, well, I'll do them about as cheap as you probably can do them. It's still not that cheap. And today's day is going to be a cost of around I don't know, 50, 60 quid of fuel, bit of something to eat. And that don't sound a lot if you're used to driving something like a classic Land Rover that does about 18 miles to the gallon, but when you are used to something that does 85, 90 to the gallon, it's basically twice the cost on fuel today. But what a way and what a day to spend that money. What we're looking for, I'm doubtful that the, shall we say, the large one is the right one. And the chap at the Airmen's Memorial on the Triumph this morning, he said he'd been there and took a picture of the large thing. But there are small things, I am told, the small things leading up to it. Well, we're not far away now. What we're looking for is that, the Army Flying Memorial. Whoa, that's a bit of a drop. Nice and easy. So, well, that'll do. I thought it was initially, and then I'm not so sure. It could be one that's in the museum, although I ain't seen any. There should be some small memorials alongside the road somewhere. Anyway, we'll just move the bike a bit and then we'll do our admin with the ID card. That'll do. The memorial brings together various regiments of Army aviation, from the pioneers of the Royal Flying Corps, the Air Observation Post Squadrons and the Glider Pilot Regiment, to today's Army Air Corps. It bears the names of 5,127 personnel killed in action. We're off to Devon now. I find it hard to pronounce this one word. Your clue for the next one is Crewis Forest Moving Church Entrance. Crewis Forest Moving Church Entrance, and we're off to Devon. Now that means A303, so we go back up the road a bit on the 303. I won't bore you with that. We will be going to the M5, a couple of junctions on the M5s going south, and then up into Devon. Hello again, folks, it's been a while. A303 was a bit pant. You know, the usual spot where them bricks by the side of the road. I don't know why people want to look at bricks, but there you go. Not for the price they charge to get in anyway. You can see that there, junction 27 M5. We got off the 303 a bit, headed towards Langport, which is not far from Bridgewater, I suppose. Got on the M5 at 25, come down a couple, and we're about 13 miles away from our penultimate one for today. We stopped for some nosh. That was something like I'm going to say about 3:30. It's 20 to 6 now. We've had a stop to check the map, which just happened to be about 100 yards from the start and indeed the finish of the Southwest Peninsula Spring Rally, which I didn't do this year because I won very well. Currently we're totalling 258.2 miles for the run. Right, just stopped here to stretch the legs a bit. It's been slow going at times. Of course, a lot of little villages are 30, 40. Nice FJ. So we've got to go to Tiverton, and I'll probably have to stop again, but we'll see. I've got to go about 6.5 miles in total before I turn. Well, I think I've got to get off the A361 before that, but we'll wing it. Come on people, come on people. Good man. I'm just going to get off and check. I thought I've got to go through Tiverton town itself. So before we go past, we'll check. Don't find somewhere to stop. I'll tell you something, folks. When I had Michaela, the chap who delivered it says when them warm or very warm, you'll struggle to find neutral. And he's spot on. Next junction off the 361, really it's just a matter of going round Tiverton one side or the other. The mileage is about right. Left and right, right again. South Wiltshire, maybe over the river. With a reach. Okay. Oh, one of the new 400 Triumphs. Okay, it says Witheridge there, but on Google Maps it says Withley. Anyway, 3137B, 3137, as it says there, and we're about 5.5 miles away. I reckon about 5 miles, turn left. Oh, that's nice. Oh, cooling breeze. Oh, all day I've got out without a fly. I've got one in my eye now. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to stop and deal with this fly. Sign's missing. Pages Cross. Perhaps that was a blessing in disguise, because the fly is out and it is the right turning. Crewis Morchard. That's the name of the place. Or I should say, that's the name of the village. Okay. On the left, I think. Around this bend. There we are. Crewis Morchard Parish Hall. So we're in the right place. We just need the right location. Crewis Morchard. Oh, that's a bit of a concern, because what I was looking at. So here we are, Crewis Morchard Holy Cross Church, and the actual RBR thing we're looking for is the rotating lich gate. To explain the clue, the revolving church lich gate, Crewis Morchard. Morchard means great wood or forest. So the clue, Crewis Forest Moving Church Entrance. It's early 14th century, at least some of it is. The tower was partly rebuilt after a fire in 1689. Also after the fire, the interior was refurbished and an almost complete set of good 18th century fittings remain. It includes a classical chancel screen and pews named after the local farms whose tenants or owners contributed to the restoration. The churchyard contains a number of listed tombs and of course the revolving lich gate, which I shall now demonstrate. But it doesn't revolve all the way anymore. As you can see. It's about 21 miles to the last one today, and here's your clue. Entrance to a Cistercian abode. But you better watch it. We've got to head back towards Tiverton and then north towards the coast. Sam hadn't got more batteries and indeed more daylight. It's gone 7 o'clock now, I think. The ride up from Tiverton to Bampton, up the Exe Valley, not a particularly brilliant road surface, anywhere from there up to here, but lovely ride up the Exe Valley, apart from really bits of twigs and that all over the road because the trees are overgrown and getting hit by lorries. We're about 5 miles from our last one for the day, and that is Watch It. I already told you, didn't I? At least the address for what we're looking for comes under Watch It, and I don't suppose it's that far away, but exactly how close to Watch It I couldn't tell you at the moment because I ain't looked at the phone for that. Arguably that last 15 miles, best 15 miles of the day, because apart from about 2 cars you've got it to yourself. Make that 3 or 4 cars. Mind you, that last one wasn't a car, was it? It was a pretender. A lot of these roads, at least down to Tiverton, I did on when I attempted 1,000 miles in 24 hours back in, what was it, 2021 was it? I passed the big rally cross in, I think it's called, where the padlock wouldn't unlock on Webley Mark 2. The plan is to bag this last one, possibly find some fish and chips, although my fuel tank's already quite clamped round the fuel tank of Michaela, so we may not. Yeah, things like that, well, that's the worst I've seen, where a lorry took some of the trees off as they go by. So just be careful. The road surface is tramlining really in places. It really needs sorting out, but a nice ride. And there is, I suppose technically not the sea. You might struggle to see it with a GoPro of course, but right in front, over the edge of the fields, is the Bristol Channel, and the other side of that is South Wales. 2 3/4 miles, and we've gone past 300 miles for the day. I-39. I see a brown sign that gives the answer away. There you go. We were back along here later off the Bridgewater to get to the M5. Washford. Cleve Abbey. It's not the Abbey we're after, mind. It's a bit of the Abbey. That's the gatehouse just inside the ground. I'm just following a fly. Right. I think we get a picture just about. suppose being closed, we can get a fair bit closer to it. That should do. And the time is 7:33. The abbey was established in 1198 and was at its peak in the 13th and 14th centuries, with up to 28 monks and numerous lay brothers staying here. Of course, Henry VIII got to it in 1536 and closed it. The gatehouse was remodelled by Abbot Dovell in the early 16th century. Michaela's done very well. Not the best bike of choice for some of the roads, but was the best bike of choice for a few of the roads. But she's very good, really. Of course she's not a touring bike and she's not as comfortable as a touring bike. But to be honest, the main issue is pretty obvious, really. She's wristy, especially on your throttle hand. It's a little bit much, really, after so many miles. I dare say if it was a cooler day, I wouldn't notice these things quite as much. But, you know, she's done fine and you can put up with it. And of course, we're doing things like this. You're stopping every so often anyway. It's only really the long stage along the 303, etc., from Hampshire to Devon that was the real issue, really, if you can call it an issue. As I say, if it was a cooler day, it would have been less noticeable anyway. But that's it for now. Technically, we have completed what we want to do, as long as I've added it up all correctly and I've got them all right. But we're not going to leave it there. We're going to bag a few more just to be on the safe side. Well, that's it, folks. Just a small matter of about, I don't know, 140 miles to get back to the West Midlands. We're going via the A39 and M5.